So fruits are also something we should be eating every day. Does it matter what type of fruit? Are there certain things that people should be looking for?
No, not particularly. Obviously, some people like fruits one over the other, they prefer. There are some people that struggle with, say, diabetes, and those people probably want to go with a lower glycemic. You can find that online, and that would be things that have a little bit higher sugar when it goes into our body. And for instance, the highest one would be watermelon. That's super high. But for most of the time, if you're eating fruit, the one thing that I usually try to tell people to do is to try to eat fruit with a protein. So say apple and peanut butter is a great snack, or any nut butter. If you have a peanut allergy, you could use sun butter, which is sunflower seeds. You could do almond butter, those kind of things.
I'm sure there's lots of us that are wondering, okay, glycemic. Can you go a little bit more into detail as far as what
when we eat anything? I'm going to really play it down to the kids. So when you eat anything, you put food in your body. It doesn't matter if it's a candy bar, or steak, or apple. When you eat it, it produces sugar, even if it's not a sugary food like steak. And that sugar has a certain level, and that's where that glycemic index, that's that word. When that sugar starts to rise, you have an organ called the pancreas, and that sends out insulin. I call those soldiers.
Okay.
So you got the enemies out there, now you have to have the soldiers going out to fight them. And when you go out there, you want them to be able to find the enemy. Okay. So if the sugar is up here, the glycemic index up here, and they're hiding, because it's so high, it has trouble finding it. The protein slows that down so the insulin and the soldiers can find each other.
Okay. So now you mentioned that, some of us might want to be concerned about different types of fruits for sugar content, but the average person, right? Are we going to say there's certain fruits we shouldn't have?
No. I know there's a lot of different diets out there in the world, but I think if you're really truly focusing on eating a nutritious diet and a lot more veggies and a lot less fruit, not at all.
Okay, so we shouldn't be concerned I'm having too much vegetable or too much fruit. It doesn't matter.
Not usually, no. No.
So now what about organic?
Good question. So a lot of people will say to me, well, do you eat only organic? And I don't. I would love to say that I do, but I don't think that that's really truly important. For some people, they want to know what would make somebody choose organic over not organic. And there is a website you can go to, but for me, I think truly, I'm really more passionate about getting people to go ahead and eat the foods that they're not eating. So the average American eats about 150 pounds of sugar a year and only 8 pounds of broccoli a year. So let's get that sort of the other way. And if you're looking for organic versus the other, there is a website, it's called EWG. It will tell you which ones have a little bit more higher load of pesticide, which is where that organic comes in. And so if you're looking for, well, what if I just wanted to focus on, say, the 10 foods that have the highest? That would be the Dirty Dozen, and then there's the Clean 15, and you can look that up online.
Great. Okay. And now what if I'm walking through the store and I don't happen to see a sign for organic? How could I tell if the food was organic or not?
Well, there's stickers.
Okay.
On the stickers, there's certain numbers. If it starts with a 9, those are typically organic.
Oh, okay. That's a great way to know.